Perhaps it'll take another chance to stab at 308. There's a lot of green coming in. Does manage to break 308 and it makes a move up to 314. We buy at 315 with the stop loss underneath the 308. There's 308. 308, a lot of green at 308. There's 310. 311. Definitely showing signs of strength. Comes 314. See how it behaves there. There's 315. Back down to 312. Yeah, there's like a strong resistance there at 314. See if it's gonna fight it now. I want to see more green. The level 2 here looks kind of flat. Comes more green towards 315. Large buyer at 315, 85,000. Here we go. Buying there. Go buying there at 315. We get a possible retest, 315, so we could get filled. New 5-minute candle can possibly come down and retest us here. There's 315, we just got filled. At this point we do need to hold above 314 and 315. This 5-minute candle can still pull back all the way to 308 and bounce off of that. If it doesn't bounce off of 308, we have our stop loss just 2 cents below that at 306. There will be a struggle there at 312. There's large buyers coming in. You see them on the time and sales. There's a large resistance at 320, 325. should break above 318. Keeping our eye on the time and sales and level 2. Of course, also the chart. Some buyers coming in. On the 5-minute chart, we're liking this bottoming tail. Should break 318. We want to see 319 here, printing. It's 314, 315 again, a lot of green. Not sure, there's like a large battle going on there. There's large bids coming up. Very large bids. Then there's sellers right here. Perhaps they're hidden because they're not here. They're not showing on the level 2 like this guy at 325 is. But you see a large flash of red as soon as it hits 316 and 317. There's like a large bloody river of red that pops out here. But then here, it's not much shown. Okay, here comes towards 308. Perhaps we can bounce off of 308. $314 again, definitely a struggle within that line itself. And this struggle here between 311 and 318. Tug of war, buyers and sellers not liking it. Stock should have moved cleanly upwards. A lot of red coming in now. Even if it stops us out and we lose on this trade, mentally we should not feel bad because we took this trade with an objective mind, if that makes sense. So we made that decision. Our mind was clear of emotions. We looked at the technicals and we made that decision based on that objectivity. And once we placed the trade within this bracket, we knew we would be risking a certain amount in order to potentially profit a certain amount. And so that's why there's no need to sweat it. Now, here's back testing 318. We want to see 319. Nope. Keeps testing that 318 and doesn't want to go above it. But then the buyers keep coming in at least. Come on, we want to see a 319. Green 319 print. Come on. It just needs to print one 319. and we should be in the driver's seat. Just wait on it. There is some volume coming in as well. These past 3 minutes have been relatively green volume. If it doesn't break that 318, keeps getting rejected there, we're definitely gonna get another M shape, and those are definitely bearish sentiment patterns, which means that the stock will sell lower. The lowest it's been is at 310, which is, whoa, not liking this new 5-minute candle with the topping tail. So now we have to hold above 310. If it doesn't hold above 310, we also have that support at 308. Doesn't hold above 308, our stop loss is just right there. So now clearly we're in this range of 310 and 318. The price keeps pinballing in between that price range. So definitely we need to break above this high range in order for it to move up. Let me get this one out so it's more clear. Props to this price. It so far has bounced off of 308. So now we're in between this range of 308 and 318. Most likely it'll break below 308 and stop us out at this point. It got very sloppy. Unless magically some buyers step in. Wouldn't count on it. Retesting 308, stopped out. Oh well. Let's see what it does now. Oh well, let's see what it does now. Alright, we're gonna do a quick recap of the trade. Today we traded at OCGN. It's a NASDAQ stock. Its free float is relatively high. It's over 100 million, sitting at 156.74 million. It has enormous relative volume. It's trading about 5 or 6 times more than it does on average. Right there you can see the average volume is 49.77 million. The volume for the day is 370 0.26 million. And just gonna clear these things up. Upon market open, during pre-market, you can see it was just flat. And then market open, the bell rang, and then it gapped up like crazy. We weren't here at this time. We came to the market a little later today. So after gapping up, went back down to the VWAP, broke below it, but then it came back up, danced around above it, and then finally broke below it. Kept giving us a dance around the VWAP there. Because here, if you notice, earlier in the morning, it had been making this nice ascending move with higher lows, higher highs relative to these pivots here, but then here made a turn, reversal, sold, tried to hold the VWAP but didn't, then it fell below it. Now here it broke above the VWAP once again, but we were not going to add right away just because it broke above the VWAP. We wanted to wait for more confirmation, and our confirmation was based off of the stock breaking not only above 308, which should have been a resistance there, but also we were looking for it to break above 314, which you can see here, major resistance within that head and shoulders pattern there. First shoulder, head, second shoulder, sold. So we added here based on this break of 314, we added at 315. We were expecting a smooth ride up. However, 318 was a major headache because it seemed like there were hidden sellers there around 318 and 317 that were not showing up on the level 2. And it continued to try to break it. You can see here continuously, if you look at the 1 minute chart, right over here, it continued to try to break above 318. Tried it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and it couldn't break it. It was just massive resistance there. We had our stop loss here at 306, right underneath this previously broken 308. And it's funny because the stock literally danced around for about 20 minutes, just dancing around within that range. And then at some point we had talked about emotional and psychological stability. We just mentioned a quick remark about it and how we had entered the trade objectively and not using emotions to trade. And perhaps the market heard me, because after it traded within that range and it began to kind of sag, and we felt like, okay, the trade is going to reverse. It's not going to go above 325 or 318 anymore. It sold off, and then boom, right there, literally at the penny at 306. That's the low of this candle. It stops us out, and then boom, the market said, you want something to cringe about? You want something to be emotional about? It literally soared up. But not before stopping us out right at the penny. And the market will do that sometimes. It'll stop you out right at the penny and then go on and do what you thought it would do. And of course, had this little freaking stick right there. That little stick stopped us out. Had it held above 308, it just bounced off 308 and gone. We would have been profitable in this trade. But look, it decided to put its foot out, trip us, and then stop us out, and then go on and do what we expected it to do in the first place. The market will humble people literally one way or another. And yeah, we could have, like, our reaction could have been one of irritation, frustration, and gotten mad when we seen the stock do what we expected it to do, but it stopped us out right at the penny. But honestly, I feel like it's a test. It wants to, sometimes the market will test your emotional and psychological stability. Not only before placing a trade, but also when you're in a trade and after trade, obviously, all around. It'll test us. The market will test us. And what's most important is how we react, or how we ourselves behave upon facing certain circumstances within the market. If that makes any sense. That's my 2 cents. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching, and see y'all next time. Bye.